I really prefer to be outside. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mrs. Coleman. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh, I had to get a clearer connection. I mean, it's so nice. In the garden, you're back. Yay. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. It was a nice crowd. For me, at least, it was a nice crowd. And I really like seeing you all. So I have better sound indoors. Okay. Well, maybe this is another lesson learned, right? Maybe it's another lesson learned. Yay! Come back to me. Come back to me. We were talking about my hair. We don't have to talk about my hair if we don't want to. My hair has always been a thing. It's always been a thing with me. So, not your fault. I'm laughing, but at you. It's happened to me all the time. Hey again. Okay. Easier to wash once a week. Yes. Easier. Yeah, I should probably spend some time doing that more often. So 3 in the house. 3 in the house. See if we can get 5. I guess now I can't share this live out because I'm on a webcam. Can anybody else share this out? Could you, if you have a community tab or Facebook, can you please share this out? When I was on I know I can do this. Hey. Huh. Hey, I'll try this one. Oh, I wish. Okay, here we go. All right. Your channel, and I'm live. I'm watching me. Yay. 4th time's a charm. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 4th time is a charm. Let's see. Share, create a post. Come on back, people. Even my phone is frozen. There is something about today. My phone is frozen. Look at that. The C is frozen. Let me try this again. It's still frozen. I have to restart my phone. I have had so many technical difficulties today. My iPad won't orient. My iPad won't orient. It keeps forgetting to turn on. My iPhone just restarted itself. YouTube. I got frozen on YouTube. I am going to have a successful live stream. This is going to happen. This is going to. Okay, let me see if I can. I think it's because the traffic at our. I really think it's because I don't know what it is. It's just a day. Create a post. Okay, come on. You do not want to watch me struggle, I know. But that's exactly what's happening is I'm struggling on every device, except for my computer. Anyway. Oh, God. Turn on the sound. Okay. Here we go. You guys, I'm just trying to share this out. If you can share it out, that'd be great. I'm trying to share it out on my community board, get people back here. It's now saying I don't have a community board. I'm going to let you guys do it. Hello, happy Colorado homestead. Didn't I see you this morning? If I did, or I saw you sometime today, no worries. You're doing great. Just relax. It happens. You know what? You're right. It does happen. And I'm not used to this yet. I'm just not. 7 watching, 5 thumbs up. Yes, thank you. In the garden, let's do this. Do you mind if I do that? I just added you as a moderator. All right, Davida Lane, thank you. Thank you. Do I get to thumbs up my own live? Not this way. Okay. So we were talking about hair. We were also talking about my watch hours, which I got a little bit frustrated today because I did the math for the first time. And you know, I did well this week. I got over 100 hours, but then I realized 100 hours a week is not going to get me there by the time my 12 months are up. So I really have to step up my game somehow. And I don't know what that means except for going live more often. Maybe not necessarily 4 times a day. Maybe not 4 times a day. But I'm trying to get more light on my face too. Yeah, maybe not 4 times a day, but perhaps once a day for 30 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour. That's a lot. That's a lot when I'm trying to work a full-time job. But you know what? Am I dedicated? Am I committed? Is this what I want to do? Yes. I have a 6-year plan. I want to get this part of that 6-year plan under my belt by August. By August, I want this 6-year plan under my belt. And I was trying to tell you that your friends, that we kick those hours to top. That's such a kind thing to say. That is such a kind thing to say. Thank you, One Peaceful Mind, Alicia's handmaid. Can I call you Alicia? Can I call you Alicia? The Boss Life Online, thank you for coming back. Thank you, and thank you for sharing it. I am going to push those hours and Boss Life for our watch list team. I'm going to set up a new schedule, and I'm going to send that to you. Can I do that via email? Like I think I sent you a note via email today. And if I can do that, I'd be really happy. Val and Coco, hi, love, hello, chat. Yes, hello. Thank you. Thank you for coming. This is the, Val and Coco, this is the 4th time I've gone live today. I'm trying to find a comfortable position. This is the 4th time I've gone live today. First time I tapped people to death. I went back and watched the live stream, and it was so loud and so basic. So basic. I was like, maybe tap dance is not a good way to wake people up at 6:40 in the morning. 6:40. Tapping their ears out. And then I was doing a stream for my lunch, but then I got interrupted by a meeting. And then I started a successful stream called, it was the 3rd time's a charm. And then I got frozen. And so here I am a 4th time. And I feel like I'm a little bit of a hog, but I'm not trying to be a hog. I was also, earlier, I was also talking about how, on a Friday, all those big, beautiful live streams where everybody is grabbing each other up. Speaking of which, remember, you know what that means, right? Mix and mingle. But where everybody's grabbing each other up, and there's a lot of yelling going on. After a long week of teaching, where you have kids yelling at you all day, sometimes I just can't go into those streams. But I also think it's nice to have a nice, calm stream You know, a calm stream where we actually can chat with one another, where we can actually hear each other, where we can actually love each other a little bit. Um, Not that there's anything wrong with those streams, but I can't go there on a Friday. I mean, early in the afternoon, I can try it maybe in the morning, but when I come home from work on a Friday, I can't do those big streams. Peaceful mind. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming back, everybody. Yes, thank you. I did when I went frozen, I had 12. Now I have 7, but I have hopefully they'll keep coming. Hopefully they'll keep coming. Hopefully they'll keep coming. Um, are you talking about those peaceful streams, Val and Coco, where we can actually talk and then people come in and we can meet, really actually meet? Oh my God. Farmall Fanatic. The first time I went in there, I didn't know where I was. I thought I was running a race. I was sure I was running a race. And so maybe I had the funny thing is maybe I had gotten or met 10 new subscribers, but that was great, but then I lost 5. Then I go in again. I'm looking for cooking channels or people that are interesting. I gain 15 people who are interested in my content and I lose 8. You know, I mean, come on. So, you know, I've slowed down on trying to get, I need another subscriber. I have to get, yes, I want more and more and more people to follow my content, but I want those people to care, right? I need those people to care. I need them to come back after those 3 minutes they spent on that one video 2 weeks ago. So I'm much more selective about who I check out. I will check them out. I mean, I check out a lot of people every day, but I am no longer of the belief that if somebody has found me, that I have to find their content because I don't want to be dead weight to them. I really don't. I don't want to go and subscribe to you knowing I'll never go back there because I'm not interested. That's just not fair to them. And I'm trying to be really careful about who I want to come and spend time with me. Because, like I said, if they're dead weight, I know that there's probably a couple out there that I'm dead weight for. I'm concentrating on my 4K hours. Yeah, me too. Me too. That's why, today was a real wake-up call. It was a real wake-up call. I looked at those hours, 465, and I was like, I got to do better than this. People are starting to show up and watch me, but I've got to do better than 465. My goal is 4,000 by August. I might be able to do it sooner because my schedule changes. My schedule changes coming up after this dance concert. Oh my God, the dance concert. It's coming along just fine. Do you know what it's like to wrangle 50 children into doing the same thing at the same time? Or to get them from point A to point B without... I always forget this. I always forget this time of year is really a struggle. Really a struggle. Yes, getting those people in care, how hard they are to come by. Yes, I'm kind of flitting back and forth. Herding cats, they call it. Yes. And this year they gave me more 9th graders in my dance class than ever. Okay, so this year I started out with 50 kids in my dance class. and 22 of them were ninth graders who had never set foot inside a central, or they had never spent a whole day at my high school. We'll go back and edit that out, just like I'll edit out the cuss words. I was cussing a little bit. But they gave me 22 freshmen. Now, within a week, 10 of those had dropped, but I still was left with 10. And then I had a number of sophomores. And for the first time, I am much lower on the upperclassmen. So this is a much different year than every other year I've taught dance at my high school. Lot like teaching middle. I'm so glad I have the middle school teaching experience. Years of middle school teaching, because these freshmen came in and they were still eighth graders. And I had to teach them modern dance technique, ballet, jazz, African, tap, K-pop, which I don't teach, but somebody else teaches. Woo! Woo! That was so much. That was so much. So much. So anyway, let's not talk about the dance concert anymore. I notice whenever I've live streamed, I'm talking about my dance concert, the numbers drop. Because it's, I mean, a little bit of it is fine, but seems like most people like to talk about YouTube. I like to talk about YouTube, but I also like to know what's going on in other people's lives. People that are attracted to your personality and or channel content will come and stay on and grow relationships with you, to be true to yourself and to show up and stay. Thank you. Thank you. Tuesday, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do a stream where I ask people, I'm going to announce beforehand that I really want people to come with a story about themselves or about their channel. What is their channel about? And I want that live stream to be about self-promotion and what self-promotion means. Not just hyping yourself up, but what is it that you can offer the community? What are you going to offer to the community? I'm trying to offer a better way to heal your body as through foods. That's what I'm trying to do, as well as just have fun with my puppy and teach new cooks some stuff. But what is it that you have to offer? Now, everybody does that on their channel, but I want them to come into my chat or into my stream on Tuesday with talking about that. So I think I'll use my community board to post that. And when people come in, I'm going to ask them what their story is. I don't know what you think. Do you think that's a good idea? I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to do it. But I was wondering what you thought about that. You should do some on this channel. I'm herding cats, as they call it. You should do people that are okay. So wait a second. I'm back up a little bit. So Val and Coco, I should do what? What time will you be doing that live? That live is on Tuesday at 7. I mean, that's going to be a planned live. That's my planned live. These ones that I've done today, I'm still trying to figure out how to do live streams successfully. And I had 3 missteps. 1, don't tap. Don't tap on a live stream. It's painful. 2, maybe not go live during work at a school, even though it's your break, because stuff happens. 3, you will get frozen at times. Yes, in the garden, that is true. Tuesday, May 14th at 7 p.m. That's 7 p.m. Central Time. That's the plan for my live stream. Come in. We're gonna network by telling each other who we are, what we do, what we have to offer the community. I know I got stuck. I really got stuck. I know that I know all of my friends what they do, but I want everybody to know what they do. I want everybody to know who they are. I want everybody to have an idea what each of our channels, what it is that we offer the community. That's simply it. And if we understand each other better, then we can bring people in better. We can say, "Hey, go see this person because I see you're a crappie fisherman, jigging it with Jeff. Jigging with Jeff. His thing is crappie fishing. Oh my God, I saw some. Do you guys know Jigging with Jeff? He's not in here. Hey, Trisha's motivational moments. Oh, you you make my day. I think I told you that last time. All I need is now I stay longer than this, but all I need is 10 minutes of your live stream in the morning, and I am ready to go. I've got my shield up, and I'm ready to go out and love my children. I was going to say do battle, but you don't do battle with children. You love children. Take care of them when I got to get busy. Okay, thank you so much, Coffee Outdoors. You guys, he is a trapper. So, oh, looks like I got a couple more. Excellent. Flowers Glamorous. Hello. Thank you for coming. I am talking about, what was I talking about? Oh, wait, I was talking about what I'm going to do on my Tuesday's live stream. I want people to come in. It's at 7:00. I want people to come in and be ready to talk about what the channel does for what you bring, what your channel's about, and what it does for the community. What your plan is. How I can't even say it now. It is the end of a workday. I'm having a good time. Hello, okay, everybody's greeting each other. Looks like we all know each other. Stephanie Pooch, hello, how are you? And then I was, Flowers Glamorous, I was also talking about my watch time, how I discovered where it was today and how I was a bit disappointed. And then I remembered some words that Lisa from Carter's Eat said that, don't get frustrated. You just do you and keep doing your thing, which she had been talking to the Boss Life Online. And Boss Life gave Lisa some encouragement. And then in remembering what Lisa said, I was encouraged again. So are you heading out in the garden? Looks like it. Yes, thank you. So I've just been thinking about my YouTube channel and where I want it to go, and trying my best not to get frustrated, trying my best to understand that we're in a process, and I've got to set goals, and I want us all to set goals, but I've got to set my own goals. I've been listening to everybody else's goals, and I've been sitting on the fence about my own success. Do I want to get monetized? Do I want to, all those questions? And the fact is, this YouTube is a really great thing. I love YouTube. I am loving YouTube. I am absolutely loving it. But I also want to be compensated for it at some point when I have grown enough that people understand that I have something to offer and they want to come here. I really would like to get compensated for that. I think it's only fair. You are a jack of all kinds of trades, but just be you and share each of them. Yeah, but I'm not going to be tap dancing at 6:40 in the Live and learn, live and learn, live, love, and learn. I was trying to love you all with my tap dancing this morning, and no, you do not tap dance at people at 6:40 in the morning. Do not tap dance at people at 6:40. She's pretty red. Hey, how are you? Yeah, don't do that. No, it's painful. Ah, yes, I will be me, but maybe I will do. I wish the thing about I really wish I could show my art form. I wish I could show well, my cooking is my art form, but I really wish I could show me teaching a class, but I can't because my kids are all minors. I wish I could show me teaching a class, but I can't because my music would tap all kinds of copyright stuff, even though it's for educational purposes. But if I am on YouTube teaching a dance class and I get monetized, then suddenly that becomes a really, really big problem, especially a copyright problem. You, you would have loved the tapping. I don't know. You can go back and see that video, and and you can see it. I mean, I'm doing some stuff, but it's loud. I had to turn my volume all the way back down. Not really used to non-copyright music for you. I know. Well, there's only okay. So when you teach a dance class, you use songs, and I could use non-copyright. I well, right now I couldn't do. I mean, I if I was to show myself teaching a dance class today, I couldn't do it because of the music I use. Lots of the fun stuff is Zumba, comes from Zumba, and oh my goodness, come on, people, thumbs up the live, thumbs up the live. Um, the fun stuff is Zumba music. The serious stuff is copyrighted music that I love, and the others, all of my other stuff is music that I put in a playlist to make a class keep going. YouTube, royalty free music, all that stuff doesn't necessarily have what I need to teach a dance class. Sincerely yours, Nadia. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. It looks like people are flowing this way again. Sincerely yours, Nadia. You missed it. I had a good live going and then I froze. So had to start over, and that's why this is called Fourth Time's a Charm, and the last one was Third Time's a Charm. We had some interesting things happen today. Yeah, froze. So, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Anybody want to help me out? Help me out. Help me out. Oh, royalty free music. Right now, I have not found royalty free music, YouTube royalty free music that would be appropriate for a dance class. So, good idea. I just have to look harder. Thank you for liking. Thank you. She's pretty red. Love it. Um, so, yeah, I do have one dance piece that goes to Swamp Stomp, which I found on YouTube, but I have minors. I mean, all of my dancers are minors. So, and all of my classes, everybody is 18 and under. So that's something I would love to add to my channel. I'd love to show that, but I I can't do it. I can't do it yet. Um, I would love also to show what my warm up is. I could do that, but then once I find the right music through royalty free music to do, then I can do that. So let's think about that as an addition. We'll think about that as an addition to my channel. Get the music class to play for you. It's still somebody owns it, I think. Parents sign a waiver. I think yes, all parents sign a media waiver, but then here's my question: if the parents sign a media waiver, that's great, but how does YouTube know that? How does YouTube know that? You know, it won't get copyrighted if it's remixed. Oh, you mean I have to have some skill? You mean do I have to remix it? Uh, sorry guys, I gotta. You know what? I have decided it is allergy season, and ever since I've been on YouTube doing lives, it is allergy season. So forgive me. Well, I'm giving you a tour of the house, aren't I? All right. Commute music. Oh, so you're uh, sincerely yours, Nadia. I think you have a few more skills than I do. I'll have to. You know what though? The kids have all those skills. The kids have all those skills, so they can teach me. I mean, they remixed one of my dance pieces. A girl did it. At Sincerely, how does it work? Sincerely, beautiful picture. Oh, the that one. Are you talking about? You're talking about that one? Yes. There is there's a story that goes with that, right? Okay. Right. Okay. I walked into a art studio during this St. Paul art crawl, and that picture was up, and the lady, the artist said, "Oh my God, it's you! You have to buy that." And at the St. Paul art crawl, they feed you wine at every single studio you go to. And I think I had, they give you the little glasses, but I think I had probably been in 5 different studios. Next thing I know, I was going, it is me. It looks just like me. Oh my goodness. Look. Sorry, you guys. It looks just like me. That's why it's in the house. Because girlfriend was drinking a little bit of wine as she was going through all of these art studios, and a couple $100 later, I have that picture. Now that was years ago. That was 20 some years ago. And maybe it was 19 years ago. Doesn't matter. It is a beautiful portrait. I did find there are some errors with it. But it really is um, it's very unique, and I really like it. My brother and it's an artist, and I have a fair share of glasses. Oh, after 2 drinks, I was right? It sips and paints. Eats, sips and paints. They'll also feed you sometimes. But that was pretty funny. Now this is my husband's favorite. That's just a print, but that he's an avid, not cyclist as in racer, but he has an old one of these bikes, like from Wizard of Oz. Uh, so he likes to bike around, and that bike, this made him happy, so we got it. I got loopy, and so we got that one. So yes, biking is great exercise. It's really good for you. Hi there, Mama Goonie. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Having a good time just talking about how I one time drank 5 very shallow glasses of wine and ended up buying a portrait because the artist decided that the picture or the portrait was of me, even though it wasn't. But I was so happy I ended up purchasing it. So he has a Wicked Witch of the. Yes, he does. He actually does. It looks just like that. Yes. Shallow glasses of wine. Is that a thing? Oh, yes. I'm not well acquainted with a shallow glass of wine, though. I've heard of them. No, in the garden, he does not have a basket in front. Um, I think we tried that, and I don't know why we don't do the basket in front. He does the basket in back. I was just thinking about that. LOL, shallow. Yeah, right. Is there a shallow glass of wine? Hmm. Hmm. You know, I don't know very many teachers that would understand that. I I literally do not know. Uh, so yeah, so buying art when tipsy, not a good thing. Depends on how far we ah. Yeah, but somehow my glass of wine I really shouldn't be talking about this. My glass of wine, when I have one, doesn't seem to ever get shallow. Hmm. Hmm. Right? Do you have students with autism? Yeah, Mrs. Coleman, I do. I have several, actually several students with autism. Um, I find them to be some of my most interesting students. Uh, they challenge me intellectually because they're understanding me in their own way, and I have to watch their body language and their face. Sometimes there is no affect on their face, but I have to watch their body language and listen very carefully. So I sincerely yours, Nadia. Hey, Ralph Morrick, how are you? Um, I use goblet. Okay, Mama Goonie. Shh, we have to move off the wine. We have to move off the wine. Not because it's a bad subject at all. It's just that I don't want to reveal too much about myself. So who was asking me about? Somebody was asking me, do I have students with autism? I'm sorry, I'm backing up here. Excuse the nice buzz. Okay, okay. Okay, who asked me about students with autism? And I started talking. Mrs. Coleman, that's a good. They isolate the kids here in the. They isolate them? They isolate them? We have students, if we have students that are severely autistic and can be a danger to themselves where they um, are nonverbal and do things like have to wear helmets because they could hurt themselves. They do have they come they I don't know how to say this right. Um, students we do follow the law that a student should have a free and appropriate education. Sometimes if a child is self-harming or difficult to help be in a classroom even with another person, um, then they'll be in the classroom when it's appropriate. If we have kids that are high functioning autism or, sometimes have outbursts and the teacher can handle it, or they have an aide that they're right there with me. I have, like I said, I have several students who are um, who are on the spectrum. And like I said, I think they're some of my most interesting students, and I really enjoy understanding how they look at the world. I don't understand, but I can see that they see things and hear things and feel things differently. And it's it's really interesting to watch and a joy to be a part of their lives. You all have a great school then. We do. Oh no, we have a great well, okay. We have a great school district. We have a great superintendent. We have a great school, but our principal's retiring, so we're going through that change, and that's frightening. Oh, when you have a beloved leader, oh man. I feel really lucky because I have been under 10 different principals with only one of them being excellent and the other one being okay, and 8 that were awful. So the reason I'm lucky is because many of the people that I teach with have never worked under another principal. So they have had this beautiful relationship with this excellent leader, and now she's retiring. I mean, she's 75. Let the lady retire, right? So they're going through some changes. I'm like, okay, what do I need to remember about being a teacher that won't get in trouble? How not to get in trouble? Like, don't leave your children, don't go outside of your classroom, or don't walk down the hall from your all these things. You just have to be very attentive. Don't take a bathroom break. Don't call in a staff member to watch the class so you can go take a bathroom break. You have to make sure there's a licensed staff in your room to go take a bathroom break. Well, we've been allowed to kind of slip on that rule. Take a bathroom break with just having a staff member, not a licensed staff member, a staff member in the classroom. I got to remember all these little rules, right? Okay. Raphael Scrapper. Yay. Did I say that right? I probably didn't. Remember, you guys, as you come in. Thank you. So, kids with autism having a great school. Yes, new leader coming in next year. I'm feeling very lucky that I have had bad principals before, so I know how to work with a bad principal. No one should have to work with a bad leader. But in my experience, I have had 2 good leaders out of 10 principals. And when I say good leaders, I'm talking about servant leaders. Those leaders who are there in the trenches with you, willing to support you and your work and not see you as the enemy. A servant leader does not seek power. A servant leader leads by example and is given power or given authority. They don't take authority. They lead by example. And that's what we're losing. We're losing a servant leader for our principal. And that's scary for some folks. And now the possibility of having to work under somebody who is about, I'm the one who's in charge, that's really frightening. I just know how to work those people. I know, because I can see them coming a mile away. I can see them coming a mile away. They say certain words, and you know that they need to be in charge, so you just work them like that. You give them the power, but you maintain the power by knowing you're giving them what they need, and you're playing them, basically. That's when you have to play a leader to get him to do the right thing, get him or her to do the right thing, then you know it's a bad leader. But if you know how to weave your way in and out of that, and you let stuff roll off your back without getting abused, then you'll be okay. But I don't know if some of my colleagues know how to do that. Policies, gosh, LOL, so many typos today. Oh, you or me? Oh, I'm not typing. I'm not typing. Hey, you know what? I'm going 10 more minutes. I think that's a good round number. Well, so it's 47. I'm going to go until an hour. I'd love more people to come in. If you just to say hi for the last 10 minutes or so, I'd love it. So if you know anybody, hi, Angela Critters. Hi, thank you for coming. Yay. Have you been here for a minute? Okay. Angela, were you here with me this morning when I was tapping your ears out? If I was, please accept my apologies. I did not know that it was going to sound like that. And if you weren't, you didn't miss anything except for me tapping loudly and banging out your ears. And then if you were here this afternoon when I was trying to have a live, but then I got called away to a meeting because our school went, sorry about that. And then if you were here when I was doing third time's a charm and I froze, sorry about that. I had, and then I had technical difficulties. So thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is for dinner? Oh, tonight, what's for dinner? We haven't done this in a long time. We are having stuffed baked potatoes. I'm gonna fry up some bacon. I'm gonna use, instead of sour cream, I'm going to use thick, plain Greek yogurt because we have it and it's probiotic. And so I'm gonna have bacon. I think I have some chives. We're gonna do broccoli. I am going to make a cheese sauce with cheese, milk, and some gluten-free flour so that we can drizzle that on top. The yogurt will stay probiotic because we're not cooking it in yogurt. We're putting the yogurt on just like sour cream. So, oh, so you've seen that. Are you talking about? Yes. Doesn't it sound good? Skin on only. Have you seen my look? In the garden, if you get a chance, go to Kicking It with Karen. Kicking It in the Kitchen with Newt Cooks, episode 1, the perfect baked potato. You'll see how I do it. Yes, skin on. I oil that up with some bacon grease on the outside. I also use peanut oil sometimes. So I oil it up. I sprinkle salt all on it so it's salted all on the outside. I have the oven at 400. Once the oven reaches 400, I put the potato directly on the rack and I cook for 1 hour. And you have the perfect baked potato. It comes out, I don't know what, the salt crisps the skin, but it makes the potato so fluffy, so fluffy. When you cut into it, that steam just goes right. Then you put your you put your ingredients in, your broccoli, your sauerkraut, not sauerkraut. No, do not put sauerkraut on your baked potato unless you want to have German baked potatoes. German salad baked potato. And then you might want to put some vinegar on it too with some sugar. And I think that's really weird. So I don't know about that. Sour cream, I'll be using yogurt. Sorry, Greek yogurt. So have you ever baked potato in a bonfire? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Troy and I have done that several times when we go camping. I wrap it up, throw it in the fire, and sometimes I end up burning it, but it's done. I don't throw it in the middle of the fire. I throw it in the ashes, and it's done within an hour, just like if it was in an oven. No foil. In the garden, no foil? Are you talking about? No. Oh, okay. Sorry, I jumped ahead. In the garden, no, I don't put it in foil. I do put foil underneath though, because some of the salt particles are going to drop down. But no, I use no foil. And it's so much better that way. So much better. When I use foil, then the skin doesn't get crisp. All the moisture stays in that. So this way the skin gets crispy and you have a fluffier potato. And I don't know why that happens. And then scrapper, raffle scrapper. How do you say that? Raffle scrapper. Yeah, I put the potato in a bed of coals and then cover it with ashes, and it cooks just the same way. It's beautiful. It's simply beautiful. Nah, okay, okay, Mrs. Coleman. Okay, yum, sounds good. King George, it is excellent. It is excellent. If you're coming back, please, or if you're here and you haven't yet, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. 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 How are you? Okay, I'm done. Screw your 9 to 5. Screw your 9 to 5. I love that channel name. Hold on a second. Things are happening. Okay. Yes, screw your 9 to 5. Hey, you know what? I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. How did you become such a great cook, or when did you realize it was your passion? I started cooking when I was 5. Um, my my mom always, I mean, she always let us make cookies with her. So probably earlier than 5. Um, and then what happened was my mom went to work and she couldn't cook, or we could do the prep work for her. My sister did most of the cooking, but I caught on. And then I start my Granny Ma Fishburne from Colorado there's a whole story there. I can't go through it right now. But anyway, we met her when we were in 7th grade, and she taught us how to make the easiest peanut butter cookies ever. I think it's a cup of flour, cup of sugar, and a cup of peanut butter. Best cookies ever. 3 ingredients: cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of peanut butter. I bet I could do those now with gluten-free flour. And since then, I dabble in the kitchen, dabbling. My favorite thing to do when I was in middle school was to scoop out a big thing of ice cream, crack up some nuts, and roll that ice cream in the nuts, and then sprinkle chocolate on it or cocoa powder, and I would eat that almost every other day. I didn't buy ice cream treats. I made them. And then in college, I learned how to cook because I had to. I was a baked potato person in college. Like, if I wanted to do something special, I would not buy good food, and I would just buy a bag of potatoes and some sides that I could put on it, and that's what I'd eat for a month so I could go do something. So I pretty much know how to make a baked potato. But I moved to the South, right? I was really poor because I was dancing in a company, and I learned a lot about soul food, and found that soul food, to buy the ingredients for soul food, was really cheap. Now, to make the soul food was not easy. There's generational cooking experience that goes into that. But I had a lot of good friends, so I learned how to make a lot of good stuff. But then the real kicker was that I bought a house, and I was broke. My husband and I could no longer go out to eat, but I knew that I had the skill that it took to cook what we were eating in the restaurants, and I could do it better because I had been cooking all my life in one capacity or another. Finally, why I started my channel is because everybody knows this. I had really bad, I had 4 years where I was not healthy. My gut was not healthy. I was just sick, and I went to a naturopathic doctor, and he recommended that I cut out wheat and eggs because a blood test came back where I was absolutely allergic to eggs. I had known that I was having problems with them, but once I completely eliminated them, if I had any exposure to them, my throat would start to close. That's when I knew I shouldn't eat chicken eggs. And then when I got rid of wheat flour, I not only dropped weight, but my skin cleared up. I used to have like lots of acne here, and all over I have eczema all over I had eczema all over my shoulders, and I'd have flare-ups of eczema in the weirdest places on my body. So, getting rid of wheat got rid of most of the problems with eczema. I still have small, really small uh, outbreaks, but that's from anxiety. But if I have exposure to wheat, my skin. So, anyway, that all being said, I had to learn how to cook a new way, and it was really hard for me to eat quality foods or go out to restaurants and cook. I had to relearn to cook almost everything. And then my husband and I, for a couple years, went to a strictly vegetable and protein diet with some fruit, keep those sugars down. And once I did that and I added probiotics in there, everything is so much better. My thinking is clearer. So I became a good cook because I had to. Throughout my whole life, I'd been cooking. Me never had a chance to cook at a young age because I had someone to cook for us, but I took the chance to watch how they do it. And that's how I'm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you watch how people cook, if you watch people cook, it goes in, especially if you're young and you're watching people cook. You watch them throw this in and throw that. My mother never measured anything except for when she was baking, of course, because baking is a science. But I never. My mom didn't sit down and teach me how to cook. I watched her cook and then I helped her. I was cooking since I was not. Yeah, right. You just. A lot of kids don't cook though. A lot of kids don't cook. They think that I have students, and I'm thinking about doing a coffee video. I have students that don't believe you can make good coffee at home. I have students that think, oh, making it coffee, just coffee. Making coffee you guys, this couch is really uncomfortable. Maybe I'll sit over here. It's better light anyway. So sorry. I'm going to give you whiplash. I have kids that think that you can't make coffee at home that tastes good. You couldn't, and coffee has to be a cappuccino or coffee has to be all this stuff. But when I say, all you have to do is buy coffee grounds and get some water and some cream, and, you could doctor it up yourself and you could save yourself $10 because they always have two. They always have a morning caribou, and in the afternoon they go and get themselves a caribou. And I'm like, you guys don't even have the money to buy your tap shoes, and you're buying caribou every day. They don't believe they can make it. Hey, Inside Kate's Kitchen. Look, Kate, you don't have to worry. I had a day with the live streams. One, I tapped people's ears off, right? Mistake number one. Two, you were there when I was ready to do my whole prep as a live stream. And then, I got called away 20 minutes in, which is fine. That's a lesson. Then third time's a charm, Kate. As I told everybody else, I had to start over, went frozen. So, are you talking about this afternoon with the kids? Yeah, everything's an experiment. I'm trying. I'm learning. Live, love, and learn. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm living my life, and I'm learning every day. YouTube is a learning curve, right? Let's go. Let's grow. Yes. Yes, we are definitely trying to grow here. Kate, I was talking about how I looked at my watch hours for the first time. Now, I know, I'm sorry, I'm cold. My house is colder than outside. Sorry, Kate, we are at 60 degrees inside and it's 62 outside. Can't open up the windows because it's not going to be 62 outside very long. So why don't I? And I'm sure you're like, why don't you turn on the heat? We can't have the heat on anymore. It's too. The heat cost us our entire budget. But I forgot what I was saying. Live, love, learn, learning curve. YouTube is a learning curve. I don't know what else there is to say. So it's cold in my house. Maniac Variety, I had to fire up the wood stove this evening. Right? Maine, you're in Maine. It's cold. I'm a great cook and coffee in a month. What? Wait a second. I'm having a hard time understanding. So I'm an great cook. LOL. Great recipe from me. LOL. 2 spoons of coffee in a mug. Oh, yeah. 1, 2. Now I will tell you what's good. Let me see. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. So I don't do this very often, but like if I want to do if I want to make myself a mocha, I don't make coffee. I use 2 of these with some cocoa, some powdered sugar, cocoa powdered sugar. No, yeah, no. How do I do it? Okay, so I do use some coffee. I pour 2 of these in there with a tablespoon of cocoa, a tablespoon of powdered sugar, and stir it up. And it makes, to me, I know it's taster's choice, right? The taster's choice makes a better mocha than I can get at Caribou Coffee. Gosh darn it. Technical difficulties. I'm all over the place tonight. I got to plug in. How does my husband do this? Where's the... Oh, you got to plug in over here. Okay. We're good. So I remember Folgers crystals that sparkled. Yum, instant. You know, some instant coffee is not that bad. It isn't. I have to let Stella in now. Ugh. Stella, you ready? Come on. Come on, the door is open for you. Yes, let's do this good. Come on, puppy. There she is. Isn't she a good puppy? Yes. Hello, Stella. Let's see if we can look over here. Can you look over here? Hello. Yes. Good dog. Good dog. Why don't you go find Troy? Go find Troy. Good dog. Go on. Go find Troy. Go find Troy. Go find Troy. At one point I taught, oh, I know he's upstairs, but I want you to go hang out with Troy. Go find Troy. Is the door locked? You can go find Troy. Go on. Come on. Okay. I'm not giving you more biscuits. So when we first got Stella, I trained her to go find Troy, to go either get his attention or whatever, or find him for me if I was like somewhere, you know. Anyway, I would say, go find Troy. And so she would run to the stairs and point her nose at him and come where he was and come back and find me. It was so cute. Now, my plan was that she go find Troy so she doesn't bother me. but she wants to hang out by me, I guess. So I gotta love the puppy. Cutie patootie, she is. Bustelo is really good coffee. Yes, she is my fur baby. She really is. Um, the story of Stella is really quite interesting. My niece was fostering dogs. She doesn't anymore. That's another story. But she was fostering dogs, and she called me up and said, "You have to come get this dog or see this dog." Her name was Bella at the time. I named her Stella because it sounds better. Stella! Oh no, it's okay. Okay. Bye. Go away. Go away. So I went over there and we already had a dog. Troy's like, I am not going to get another dog until this one is, we had a very old Boston Terrier. I'm not going to get a dog until this one has passed away. And, you know, the Boston Terrier was blind, deaf, and had seizures. Okay. It was really time for our Boston to, now I wasn't trying to rush the process, but I also knew that a good dog is hard to find, especially as a rescue. I mean, they find you. This is what I believe. A rescue dog will choose you. You don't choose a rescue dog. So I went over and I saw Stella, and then I went home and I said to my husband, I don't want to be the kind of wife that stomps her feet and says, I have to have this, but you have to see this dog because you'll know that she needs us. So Troy goes over to my niece's house and sits on the couch or sits in a chair. Stella crawled right into his lap and laid there with her head on his shoulder. Now, isn't that a story? Isn't that a story? He said, yep, okay, this is our dog. 2 days later, she was with us. So you gotta love it. I do believe, oh God, I'm so cold. I wonder if I'm getting a cold. I do believe that, I lost my train of thought. I do believe that our rescue dogs choose us. I don't think we choose them. And that may be true for all dogs. They have an innate sense of who is going to love them. And at least that's my experience. I've rescued 3 dogs now. Rachel, who was an American Bulldog, just like Stella. She chose me in North Carolina. She jumped in my car. Her owner was going to put her down because she couldn't have puppies anymore. So I just so happened to ask him if he had a dog because I wanted a companion. He said, yeah, you got to come get her tomorrow, though, because she's either going to somebody's home or she's going down. I was thinking, is she a really bad dog? No, she wasn't a bad dog. She just wasn't producing puppies. So I went over to this farm about 20 miles outside of Durham. That dog jumped in my car and wouldn't get out. That dog jumped in my car and would not get out. I ended up taking her home, and that was in November of the year before I moved back to Minnesota. And then she came home with me, and that was it. We rescue dogs, but sometimes dogs rescue us, right? So I've been blessed with 3 really good rescue dogs. Like I said, dogs choose us. Been with me ever since. What? I went to the shelter store. Petey escaped his room and jumped all over me. I said to myself, yep, this one is mine. That's it. They choose you. Rescue dogs choose you. And I think rescue cats do too. I scared my rescue cat, though. Anyway, she did love us. She's passed on too. So the Boston Terrier, we got Stella when we got when our Boston Terrier Louise was still alive. And then we had to put Louise down because she was having seizures, and really bad seizures, like flip her over and knock her out kind of seizures, and that's just not a good thing. All three of our macaws are rescues. That's right, Kate. You have macaws. Macaws. You've done a video about, you guys, if you don't know, Inside Kate's Kitchen, she does food preparation and food preservation like I do. She cans, and she has macaws. Our cat Blossom in the videos and rescue dog from South. Yes. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I did a whole video about I did 2 whole videos about Stella. Stella Chronicles 1, Stella Chronicles 2. I want to do more of Stella, but I want to get Stella swimming, because that would be Stella Chronicles 3. She's awesome. She's an awesome sauce dog for sure. Hey, and I said I was going to go until 6, and right now it's 6:15. The house is dwindling a little bit. I just want to ask you, if you haven't yet, please thumbs up. And I'm going to go until 1:15. So I'm going to go about 45 more seconds. And that's enough time for me to say thank you so much for making it through the 4th edition of May 10th. I was going to have a successful live. And I did. Everybody, thank you. I did have a successful live because of you. And we're at 15 seconds. I'm going to let you go. I just, this was fun for me. I hope I'm getting better at this. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you, Inside Kate's Kitchen. I'm really working on doing this right. So, love you. Thank you. It was really fun. This is a great thing to do Friday afternoon. See ya.